angels, welcome to day 24 of 30 days of cleaning with Hayley. We are nearly on day 25 and that means once we hit day 25 we've got 5 days left to get things shape and then we can rest and have a breather. Today we are going to be cleaning and organising our makeup. We mostly associate expiry dates with food. However, as we saw in our cleaning cupboard routine, it's not the case. Cleaning products expire, and so does makeup. Not only does makeup expire, but our trusted face tools can land us on a dose of antibiotics, or worse in some cases, if they are not cleaned regularly. Makeup brushes and sponges are porous, so they hold on to lots of oils, dirt and bacteria. Makeup is perishable, so it can be harmful to your skin if we use it after it has expired. Repeated use of expired makeup, especially foundation and eyeliners, can cause infections. A study at Loyola Marymount University found that after 1 month, uncleaned makeup brushes hoarded more bacteria than they were even able to measure. Now let's hold the bus for a hot minute. They couldn't measure the amount of bacteria because it was that bad. We all know they can measure bacteria on our toilets, on toilet handles, on our kitchen sinks, but they couldn't measure the bacteria on our makeup brushes. Let's allow that to sink in for a moment. Not only can dirty makeup tools cause infection, but they can also cause a breakdown of collagen and elastin in our skin, resulting in premature aging. So now we know why it is important for us to keep on top of our makeup and make sure it is clean and organised. Let's get in to cleaning up our makeup. This is currently my makeup area and the whole of this corner needs an overhaul. I for sure will have makeup that has definitely expired that I need to toss out. I need to do a nice big deep clean on some of my brushes and some of my sponges, and I also want to clean and disinfect my makeup area, so the table and also the mirror. The first thing we need to do is remove our makeup caddies. I'm hoping you guys have got your makeup in these. If you haven't, don't worry, just take the makeup as it is. But for me, this just makes it a lot easier for me to transfer this into either the bathroom or the kitchen. Today, we're going to be doing this clean in the kitchen sink just because it's more practical, but you can also do the clean in your bathroom sink if you choose to, or you can even use your bath if you want. So before we begin cleaning our makeup, we need to go ahead and check that things are still within date. So anything that's expired, we need to toss away. What you need to do is go through your makeup and you will be able to find on the back of your makeup, you'll see this kind of little open dish on it. This one, for example, this is the MAC Liquid Foundation. It says 24 months. So that is good to keep for 24 months. You've then got this mascara that says on it 6 months. So go through all of your makeup, check the expiry dates, and anything that is out of date, toss it away. While you're going through the expiry dates on your makeup, also check things like the colours and whether you use them. I have got a whole bunch of stuff here. I've just tossed away a whole load of lipsticks and lip glosses that I just never use. I've got a couple of colours that suit my skin type, a couple of colours that suit my tones, and I tend to not deviate from those colours because not every colour suits every skin tone person. So I've kept the ones that I do predominantly use, and the ones that I don't use I've tossed away because they are just taking up space and I don't need them, and it's an added thing to clean. So be quite ruthless here and decide whether you use these things as well and whether you're happy with the colour of them. So for example, I have got a mineral powder here. I got this in the summer but it is way too dark for my skin at the moment, so I'm going to toss this away. And the reason for that is by the time we hit this summer, it's going to be out of date, so there's no point me holding on to this. So look for things like that, and things like where you've got this one, the translucent one, I use all the time, but there's hardly any left in it. I can't get the tiny scrapings, as much as I've tried, out of the bottom, and I've now bought a new one, so I'm just going to toss it away rather than allowing it to take up space within my makeup holder. Established what is staying and what is going, we can then move on to the cleaning process. So we're going to focus on first our brushes. We're going to get to the rest of the makeup in a second, but first we're going to focus on our brushes. These are a haven for germs and bacteria. Let me say it again. These are a haven for germs and bacteria. We do not want this being rubbed all over our faces. We just don't, guys. And remember, like I said earlier in this video, the scientists could not give a reading and a figure on how many bacteria lurk on these bad boys because there were so many. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. So let's get into cleaning them. The best thing to use when it comes to cleaning your makeup tools, that I find anyway, is something mild that isn't going to affect your skin and your face. So things like antibacterial dish soap, you don't really want to go ahead and start putting that on your makeup because you're not going to wash your face with dish soap. So the same thing applies with your brushes. So for this, I'm going to be using a Johnson's Baby Wash. You can also use the Johnson's Baby Shampoo or whichever baby shampoo you've got to hand. Either or is fine. Dove, other brands are available. And you're going to give them a really good wash within your sinks. Don't worry, like with our bin clean, once we have washed our brushes, we're going to do a thorough sink clean afterwards. This as well is really important. Wherever you are cleaning your makeup brushes, once you have cleaned them, make sure the area that you've been using gets thoroughly cleaned as well. So this will include the sides, the sink, anywhere that you're doing a clean of something else in your house. Just make sure you go ahead and clean and disinfect the area that you've used afterwards, just so you're not transferring bacteria from one part of the house to another. Safety first here on the Hayleys Help channel. So let's dunk these in the sink and give them a good wash. Okay guys, the easiest way to do this is fill up a bowl with some water. Don't have it too hot because you don't want to damage the glue on the brushes. And go ahead and add some of your baby wash to the solution, and then put all of your brushes in the solution. We're going to soak those for a second, and at the same time you can also add your beauty blenders as well, and just, you know, let them have a while of a time, getting nice and acquainted in there together. And you'll see instantly, look, if I pull it out, the water's already changing colour. At this stage, you have got two options. You can either go ahead and just run your tap and take just one squirt of your baby solution onto your hand, and then get your brush and just rub it in circle motions like this until the water begins to run clear. Or the second solution, if you have one of these, is these silicone sponges are really, really good to use to clean your makeup brushes. Just do, again, one pump of your solution, and then, like you would with your hand, rub it on the silicone sponge. And again, do this until it runs clear. And we're going to repeat this process on all of our brushes until they are all completely clean. Okay, once you have cleaned them, you can go ahead and either lay them on a clean, dry microfiber cloth, or you can go ahead and stack them in an old candle jar or an old pot, whatever you've got in your house, just make sure that whatever you're putting them in is clean, and you want them to be left to dry. So what I tend to do is once I've done this, I put them in my airing cupboard where all of my towels are, because I just find that they dry a lot quicker. But put them somewhere where you're gonna get the moisture out of the brushes, because you don't want to then be putting the brushes on your face, because it's just gonna end up a hot mess if they're soaking wet. So let's repeat the process on the rest of our brushes, and then I'm going to show you how we do our beauty blenders. Comes to beauty blenders, I have to admit, when I'm pressed for time, I throw them in a laundry bag and I just toss them in my machine on a hot wash, and they come up really nice. But if you don't have the time to do that, then go ahead and fill up a hot bowl. These are fine with heat, they're not like the brushes, so you can use hot water for these. And once again, we're going to be using our baby wash, and you want to make sure that the whole of the sponge is completely covered in your soap solution, and keep on squeezing it until there's no product left within the sponge. Now, I actually favour using these over my makeup brushes, and the reason for this is when you use these, they're supposed to be used damp, and every morning before I do my makeup, seeing as I have to wet it anyway and dampen it, I do just give it a quick wash by doing this and rubbing any foundation that might be lingering on it, and then I go ahead and just squeeze it until the water runs clear. Okay guys, now we have cleaned our makeup brushes, we can move on to wiping down and cleaning our makeup itself, so the outside of it, because remember, if you're touching it or multiple people have been touching it, which by the way they shouldn't, never share makeup, but if other people have been touching your makeup, or you may have forgotten to clean your hands, bacteria can get onto the outside of your makeup, and we don't want that there, because it runs the risk of it getting inside your makeup and onto your face. So we're going to start by wiping down our makeup, and we're also going to be cleaning our makeup holders as well, because we don't want bacteria on these either. For this, we're going to be using antibacterial dish soap and some hot water. Once we have finished wiping down the makeup, we're then going to soak our makeup organisers in some baby sterilising fluid. So we're not going to do this with the makeup, obviously, because we don't want to immerse it completely in water. The makeup we just want to wipe over, but the makeup holders we do want just an added extra when it comes to getting rid of any germs and bacteria, and that will be the baby sterilising fluid for it to soak in. So let's press on and start doing that now. Wiped down all of your makeup and set it aside to dry, you can go ahead and move on to things like your eyelash curlers and your sharpeners and tweezers. These can go into the dish soap as well. You're going to give these a good scrub. For the sharpener, you might need to use a Oxo Good Grip or a toothbrush, and we're going to soak these as well in baby sterilising fluid alongside our makeup organisers. And your eyelash curlers in particular, because these are regularly going onto your eyes, you need to really make sure that these are clean and they've not got like a build-up of yuckness on them. You know, like the mascara. I often have mascara on these because I put them on my eyes after I've used mascara, which I know you shouldn't. It's not the best thing to do, but I do it anyway because I'm a rebel without a cause. And your pencil sharpeners, like this, is absolutely caked in my lip liner. So I just want to get that off to make sure that it is nice and clean. This is why the dish soap's really good to use here, because it does cut through any makeup that you've got on your tools that you're cleaning. The dish soap cuts through it really well. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely, my darling, lovely. Now all our makeup has been wiped down, we can press on to cleaning our makeup organisers. If you don't have one of these, that's absolutely fine. You can just go ahead and skip this step and start storing your makeup away where you would normally store it. If you store it in drawers, give them a clean out first. Just use some antibacterial dish soap for that and get them nice and clean before you go ahead and put your makeup back. But for those of us that do have makeup organisers, we are going to put it in our dish soap and get rid of any makeup residue that is lingering. And we're going to do the whole of our drawers for this, and then once we've done this, we can go ahead and soak it in baby sterilising fluid just to make sure that it is completely sanitised and clean. There drying nicely, we can then go back up to our makeup stations and clean, sanitize our makeup area. To clean this area, I'm going to be using my Eye Clean Mini, but go ahead and refer back to our mirror cleaning vlog that we did and use that process to clean your makeup station. So this will be antibacterial dish soap and then go in afterwards with glass cleaner. If you've got wood, you can switch out the glass cleaner for polish, obviously, but if you have glass like I've got, go ahead and just use antibacterial dish soap. This will get rid of any bacteria that is sitting on the surfaces, and then go ahead and use the product which best suits your type of furniture. So that will be to kind of give it a nice shine. But whatever you have, make sure you use dish soap first and an antibacterial one, because this is what's going to kill any bacteria that is on our furniture. What my makeup area now looks like, guys. It's a lot more organised, a lot more manageable. I have compressed the life out of my makeup. If I were a corset, that's what's happened here. I've corseted it. I've got that makeup and I've squeezed it and compressed it so tightly that it's like, we can't breathe, sister, and I'm like, it's too bad, because for the sake of it being organised and clean, we've got to keep the corset on, okay? Beauty is pain. Thanks so much, team, for watching today's vlog. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and smash the like button. If you are new here, don't forget to click subscribe. You can also click on the notification bell to be notified next time we upload a video. Keep your comments coming in and let me know how you're getting on below. And I will see you again tomorrow for some more 30 Days of Cleaning with Hayley. Until then, team, keep it clean. Mwah.